there are five stupid people around you, you will be the average of those stupid people. No matter how good you think you are, better than them you think you are, you will be limited. That is why your relationships with people is an energy that you feed off from. You cannot change people. The people around you, you cannot change them. Like, you can change their character, you can change their behavior, you can't change how they respond to you, you can't change the things they will bring to your table, you can't change their belief systems if they refuse to change. There's nothing you can do about that. Anything external to you, you cannot change it except that thing or that person decides to change. There is absolutely nothing you can do about that. But there is something you can do. You can uproot yourself from the midst of those that are not feeding you, are not serving you, are not helping you. You can uproot yourself from there and replant yourself elsewhere and be surrounded by people who share the same vision as you, who think like you, who have the same values as you, who want the same thing that you want. You can do that. Stupidity is very contagious, and I need you to pay attention here. There was this quote that, was it Pastor Selman said, that he said, if there are 6 foolish people around you, or if there are 5 foolish people around you, you didn't count well, there are 6. Because if there are 5 stupid people around you, you will be the average of those stupid people. No matter how good you think you are, better than them you think you are, you will be limited. That is why your relationships with people is an energy that you feed off from. So it's like you interacting with people is like food to your soul. So the kind of conversations you have with them, the kind of help you get from them, the kind of support you get from them, the kind of support you give to them, there is an interchange of energy. And just like food, the richer these people are, the more abundant their mindset is, the well connected they are, the more ambitious they are, the more balanced the diet they get to feed you. And this is so important, and I need you to pay attention to it. So if you look around you and the average of the people around you are just not committed, they just want to party, they just want to live a carefree life, they don't care about nothing, they don't have any goals they're pursuing, they don't just nothing. It doesn't look like they're even trying. Then maybe you need to think about, uprooting yourself from the roots, from that situation, and replanting yourself. And it is the same thing. It's the same thing with the environment where you live in, or the environment where you work in. And I'm going to even stay a bit on the environment where you work in, the place where you work. If you look around it, do the people there look ambitious? Does it look like you get to do meaningful work? Does it look like even the people at the top, if you look at them and you look at their lives, does it encourage you? Does their life encourage you? Is that the kind of person you want to become 5 years, 10 years? Because for me personally, that is a litmus test. That is a smell test. Like, you just want to check the people at the top where you currently work, their lives, does it encourage you? Or is their life the type like, I don't want to be like this person? If you do not want to be like them, if you don't see anything telling, anything encouraging, anything challenging in terms of like challenges your spirit to be better, then why are you there in the first place? And this is so key, and I need you to pay attention, because the people around you will determine how far you go. Doesn't matter whether you believe this or not, it is the fact. So that's why I need you to pay attention to to not just the people around you, but also the environment. Because every single day you wake up to your environment, it sort of gives you a clue as to where you may possibly land. The physical environment, where you live. Sometimes you may need to take the bold step to leave a particular area that signifies lesser than average, that signifies poverty, that signifies, it's just everything you don't want to be. Sometimes you need to take the bold step. Or sometimes it doesn't matter whether you are living in a big mansion in that area. You may need to move from there to a smaller place, but in an area that sort of fits your mindset. This is key. This is key. I remember growing up, one of the first miracles in my life personally was the fact that I lived inside a campus, inside a university, because my parents worked inside higher institutions. So one of the biggest miracles that happened in my life was that I lived in campus. And at first we were not living within the campus, but my parents were working in. When we moved inside, so my dad got a promotion and we had to move inside the campus. When we moved inside the university environment, it was a game changer. I think I was in the second year in my secondary school when we made that move. Like that year, in fact, I'm having goosebumps right now as I'm talking about it. I was so young, but just looking at especially the students, how they would go to school, and especially in fact the law students used to fascinate me a lot because they're usually in their white and black. I'm like, one day I'm going to attend the higher institution, one day I'm going to attend the higher institution, and the environment was just beautiful. It wasn't like where we were coming from. We used to live in an housing estate. It was very, it was not as great as that place, right? We had our living room. You could play football in our living rooms. I had very big rooms, very, we had just so much space. And it was so beautiful to live in that place. And we were living with professors, people with doctorate degrees. We were living with their kids, people who had like 2-3 cars, and we were in that environment. All the kids, as long as they were of age, they were driving their own cars. I remember then my dad went to buy us a car for the kids. We learned how to drive there. So I started driving from a very young age. And all of that. So there was this rapid change in my thinking, in her thinking, and how we approached things. I was more ambitious. I wanted to do more. I remember then, even when I finished secondary school, immediately, my dad registered me for the ICANN program. And I had to do, so I had one of the professor's kids who was also doing the ICANN program then at the ATS level. We would go for lectures together. That environment fed me. So you can't change people. You can't change their approach to things. But you can uproot yourself and leave that environment where you are and replant yourself in an environment that fits you, because there is a seed of greatness in you that needs to be watered, that needs to be tended, that needs to be taken care of. And it needs to happen naturally. It needs to happen naturally. And that's why the environment where you live, the environment where you work, the environment where your relationships is going to feed that growth within you. So right now, do an audit of your life, where you live. In fact, even within your home, take care of your home. Create your space, make it beautiful, so that it fits your mind, it fits your brain. There's this beauty, there's this clarity of mind that you do get. Okay, so you are the average of the energy around you. Don't feel like you can't leave people, especially if the way they do things is not going to feed your future. The way they do things, the way they talk, the way they move, if it's not going to feed your future, then that is not where you should be headed. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say to you right now. Do an audit of your life. Check your environment. Check the people in it. Make sure that you're not the fifth or the sixth stupid person, or the fifth or the sixth foolish person within that environment. Make sure that every day there's this jolt of energy, hope, courage, ambition that you're getting that feeds that seed of greatness that lives within you. If you have enjoyed everything that you've listened to right now and you love everything you've listened to right now, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you can get more of these. Turn on the notification so every single time I drop a video you can get it. Also make sure that you like, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.